Hey everybody, Barry here again. Today I'm going to do something that I've been wanting to do for a little while, and that's a how-to video on how to make a two-step shoot flames. You're going to need the two-step, of course, which is the one I have is MSD part number 8733. It's a plug-and-play LS two-step, and also you're going to need some sort of tuning device to change timing and fuel parameters, and I'm using HP tuners. So let's get into it and see if we can make some flames. On doing the two-step 2500 RPM. Right here is our boost, here's commanded air fuel ratio, and here's our actual spark. So going through the log, boost climbs, and at the end of it we're making 2.5 pounds, negative 11 degrees, and it's really staying right around 2500 RPM. So I'm going to pull a little bit more timing because we're around 11.5 degrees. I'd like to be around negative 15 or so. And we'll try it again and see what happens. So it's a bit hard to see with all the reflections and stuff, but we're going to go through how I tune the two-step anyway. So we find out what cell we're in for our actual spark. So I got a histogram set up here for our actual spark. So we're at 0.92 grams per cylinder right now, and usually we're around 0.84, 0.8, 0.9. So, and we're at 2500 RPM. So usually it bounces between 24 and 2600 RPM. So we'll find that cell in our actual spark table, and it's in this area right here. So in this area, the bulk of what we have is around 15 degrees. So we'll do our math. So close that table out of it and find our IAT spark advance correction. I've got a clutch switch set up that tricks the IAT sensor into thinking that it's minus 38 degrees Fahrenheit. So when I got the clutch depressed all the way, it's pulling a bunch of timing. So right here in our air mass, what we looked at in the other table, 0.76 to 0.16, it pulls timing. Actually, I gotta fix this down here because we go over our air mass anyway when we get into boost. So we'll go down to minus 25 here. Hit equals. Now we got negative 25 degrees everywhere. So it's pulling 25 degrees of our main spark table. So it's pulling 25 degrees of, right around here, 25 degrees of 14 to 15 degrees. So our math is 15 degrees to make it a round number, minus 25 degrees equals negative 10. So if we just left our IAT at that table, we'd have negative 10 degrees. But we have a multiplier here. Over here, here we go. So our multiplier goes by RPM. So when we're in IAT spark advance, which is the negative 38 cell, to get the negative 11 degrees, I had 1.05 on the calculator. So we had negative 10 times 1.05 equals 10.5 degrees. So it rounds it and it sort of pulls 11. So if we want to get to negative 15 degrees, we got to go 15 minus 25 for our initial, and we'll multiply that by, say, 1.2 to see where we are, and that's 12 degrees. So it's going to be a pretty easy calculation by the look of it. Negative 10, oh crap, minus 10 times 1.5, and that'll get us our negative 15 degrees. So we go back down here, highlight this table, 1.5 equals So now we got 1.5 in that cell. This is from 2400 to 2800 RPM. So we'll close that out. Sorry about the camera, I'm trying to use a phone and a laptop at the same time. Okay, so we'll save this. Turn our key on. And it's going to tell us that it can't pick it up, of course, because HP tuners. So we got to unplug it here. Plug it back in. And now we write. This MPVI2 is actually really fast. It's usually 20 to 25 seconds that it's written. Some of the older ones can take 30, 40 seconds to a minute. It makes it really, really easy if you're crunched for time trying to get a tune in. And it's quick enough that I don't have to stop this video and start over again and edit all that out. So, we're basically written. It's just got to clean it up. Now, we can lay this over here. Go back to our VCM scanner and sometimes after you run it right, it kind of gets funny for a second with speed density. So we'll run a log now, see if I can get this computer here set up so we can watch it. So we just go record and it'll connect to the vehicle. So right now we'll just look at our spark. Like right now we're idling 800 to 1000, 31, 26 degrees. The button is right here. That's the button. When I depress the clutch the whole way, watch the IAT sensor. IAT is right here. Watch when I press the clutch. Negative 38 degrees. As soon as I let the clutch out, it goes back to the normal timing table. And that's really, really cool. It makes it a lot easier to launch. So let's go back to our spark advance now. This is right in the middle, you know, right here. And it worked pretty well. It went up to a little bit less timing, but I'll dial that in. Seems like it doesn't want to come all the way up on 2-step, so let's see if we can get some boost going. Made 7 pounds. That's pretty exciting. So I'm looking over the log here again. I can find my cursor. Here we go. And we're at negative 20 degrees spark at the end of it, so I got to kind of calm that down a little bit. The air fuel commanded is 10.9 and we're in the 9 to 10 range, so that's okay. I'm going to take a little bit of fuel out. It should make it spool a little bit faster. And we never actually got all the way up to 2-step, so I'm going to pull a little bit of timing out. Or put some timing back in it rather. See if we can get back to that 15 degree range and pull some timing or pull some fuel, see if I can get it in around the mid 11s. And that should make it spool up, maybe even shoot some flames and get some boost. So our regular air fuel ratio or stoic is 14.7, and right in this range here we get an average, say 1.15, and 1.15 multiplier divided by 14.7 is 1270. So that would be our actual commanded air fuel ratio in power enrichment at this RPM range. So what we're going to do is multiply, this is an IAT adder. So when the IAT is in the minus 20 to minus 40 range down here, it's going to take another 0.2. So let's take a video of the 2-step with the IAT adder on 20%. It's 10:15 in the morning on a long weekend where everybody is off, so I'm probably going to piss off all the neighbors, so let's make this a quick one. So that test came out okay, but we're still way too rich. So what happens is this is an adder. So what it does is it multiplies the actual air fuel ratio by whatever value we have put in here. So while I'm trying to take fuel out, this is adding fuel in, so I just kind of had it backwards. What we have is 12.78 by 20%. and we're getting into the 10s for fuel. So I want to be up around the 14s and 15s. So what we're going to have to do is turn this into a negative, which I sort of found out by accident when I hit the wrong button. So we'll take out, say 6%. So we're going to go 0.940. Make this 0.940. And I've done this once already, and it makes it really, really violent. So I'll upload that video rather than waking up all the neighbors here in the morning. So that's how you make a two-step shoot flames. And as an added bonus, it actually makes boost. I made like 4 or 5 pounds on that run. And it's really, really good for launching with a manual transmission when you're launching on boost. It's a little bit too much for the roads around here because it just spins and makes a lot of noise, but it's pretty cool. So yeah, if anybody got any suggestions on how to make it even better, let me know. I don't mind. Thanks. Have a good day.